Hey YouTube, Zero Fossil Fuel. Today is Saturday, May 21st, 2011, and it's about 20 after 10 in the morning. Got a good night's sleep last night, so I'm happy about that. Project is moving forward at a very good pace. I'm really pleased. Like I said last night, I got all of my bobbins put together. This morning, I'm going to be heading over to the post office in a short while to see if any of the parts that I have ordered have arrived. Still waiting for the Schottky diodes, the ferrite cores, and hopefully the magnet wire will show up today too. I've got my stator plates, top and bottom, screwed together and all marked out. The pilot holes are already drilled. I need to drill out the center and countersink the bearings for the rotor shaft. Now, on the rotor, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to use for a material yet, but I was thinking of doing something really dumb to make the rotor round. I was gonna drill a hole in the center and take this disc and rough it out by hand on the bandsaw, and then chuck it into the drill press, and then use a chisel on the it would have been very bad. So I was thinking to myself, you know what? I want to make something round. You need a router. And I was thinking, all right, here's a good excuse to go to Home Depot and buy a router. And I realized I have my Dremel. And the Dremel has a routing attachment on it, or has a routing attachment with it. You have to assemble the routing attachment. And for light duty work like this is actually going to work out pretty good. But how do you take this and make a perfect circle? Well, I could have, again, gone to Home Depot and bought a router guide, or I have some low density polyethylene, 1/4 inch thick, that I made my own. I just cut a 2 1/4 inch hole with my hole saw, and then marked out from the center, took the router and measured from the inside edge of the bit to the point where I'm going to rotate around, marked it off, and drilled 1/8 inch holes. So whatever piece I work on, I'll drill a 1/8 inch pilot hole in the piece, stick a 1/8 inch rod through the opening that I want to create the radius from, and just use the router and spin it around and create my perfect circle. Okay, a couple of things to report since I last shut down the video camera. Went out to the post office. The only thing they had for me was the Schottky diodes. I checked online, found that the wires, the magnet wire that I ordered isn't going to be here until March 26th. A little disappointed about that. Hopefully the ferrites will show up early next week. But in the meantime, I'm going to build the hand crank mechanism for the bobbin winder and get that ready for the arrival of the magnet wire. Also, I went out looking for some 3/8 inch Lexan and or phenolic and or HDPE and or whatever I could find that was 3/8 of an inch thick that I could use for the rotor. I called the place that I had purchased my Lexan sheets from the last time, and they closed at noon. So unfortunately, they could not have it ready for me in time today. I'll probably end up picking up some on Monday. 4 square feet costs about $60, and there's no shipping charges, so it's actually cheaper than getting it on eBay, even if I have to pay sales tax. I think it's actually $60 with the tax, so that's, I guess, halfway decent. Still, it's very expensive, but and the preferred material would be canvas phenolic board, which is I don't know, a rust brown colored material. Almost looks like fiberglass. It's not quite as abrasive as fiberglass. Certainly more rigid than fiberglass, and is used for all kinds of things, from engineering pieces to carburetor intake manifold risers. It's that durable and it's that versatile. So that's what I want to use for the rotor ultimately. In the meantime, though, I will pick up some more Lexan and do the rotor. Fortunately, I did not have to drive all the way to the shop today. A gentleman up the street at Harold's Garage in the center of Burlington was kind enough to let me use his Mondo older than dirt drill press to countersink the openings for the bearings. So I was able to get those done. I'll at least be able to start building the framework of the Stator and put the shaft through it and get it adjusted for the bobbins. That's it for now. Going back to work. I'll start putting the Stator together. Right now I'm broadcasting live at Justin TV. I'm on and off, so if you want to follow along live, just watch for my tweets on Twitter, because it's hit and miss. I had to mow the lawn this afternoon, stopped for lunch, went driving around looking for materials. Took me a long time to get back here, so I apologize to my live viewers who sat around and waited for me, but I appreciate those of you who are showing up. Anyway, that's all for now. Peace, everyone. Incidentally, folks, if the rapture is coming, there's still no place I'd rather be right now. Beautiful. That is a thing of beauty. I am liking that. Well, not that this means anything, but the bearings are in. Anyway, there's the completed bearing assembly with the spindle hub at the middle, just a couple of fender washers. They are drilled out from 1/4 inch to 5/16 for the shaft.